I went to a 24-hour grocery store last night because I couldn't sleep. The place was eerily empty. No music, just the hum of the freezers. I was in the frozen food aisle when I saw a man at the far end, facing away from me. He was wearing a bright yellow raincoat, which was weird because it hadn't rained in weeks. I walked past him to grab some ice cream and I realized he wasn't moving at all. He wasn't even breathing. I got creeped out and headed to the self-checkout. As I scanned my items, I looked at the security monitor above the station. In the reflection of the aisle I just left, I saw myself. But the man in the yellow raincoat was standing directly behind me, his hand hovering over my shoulder. I spun around. The aisle was empty. I looked back at the screen and the me on the monitor was screaming. But I was standing perfectly still in the real world. I left the groceries and ran. I'm looking at my shoulder in the mirror now, and there's a damp yellow thread stuck to my shirt.
I stopped at a middle-of-nowhere gas station at 3 a.m. It was one of those old places where the fluorescent lights hum so loud you can feel it in your teeth. As I was pumping, a guy walked out of the station. He was dressed like an attendant, khaki uniform, name tag, but he walked with a weird, jerky limp. He stopped at the pump next to mine and just stared at the ground. I felt a chill and decided to just get in the car and leave, even though my tank was only half full. As I pulled away, I looked in my rearview mirror. The guy was standing right where my car had been, holding the gas nozzle I had just used. He put it to his own ear like a telephone, tilted his head, and started laughing. I looked down at my dashboard. My gas gauge wasn't going up. It was dropping. Fast. I realized the humming sound wasn't the lights. It was coming from my back seat. I haven't looked back yet. I'm just driving until I see a police station. I live alone in a studio apartment. About a month ago, I bought one of those cheap 360-degree cameras to keep an eye on my cat while I'm at work. It's got a motion tracking feature that follows anything that moves. Last night I was lying in bed around 2 a.m. when my phone buzzed. It was a notification from the camera app. Motion detected in living room. I opened the app, thinking the cat was just zooming around. On the live feed, the room was pitch black, but I could see the camera lens slowly panning to the left. It wasn't following my cat. It was pointing toward the corner of the ceiling, a spot where nothing was. Then, the tracking box appeared on the screen, the little green square that highlights a person. It was locked onto something, standing right next to my bed. I looked at the screen, then looked at the empty space next to me. Nothing. But then, the camera's speaker crackled to life. It was a feature I never use. A voice, sounding like it was coming from deep underwater, whispered, "She's awake now." I haven't moved. I'm still under the covers, and I can hear the camera lens rotating back toward my face.